Welcome to Castles to Cauldrons, where every journey starts with a little bit of magic.
Welcome to episode 22 of Castles to Cauldrons. I'm your host, Jason Davis. I'm here with Rachel, Micah, and Terry to talk about some news. So the first big thing that actually just came out today when we were recording this is Grand Floridian will be closing the lobby for a pretty big refurb. I like the Grand Flow lobby, but this was they're going to replace the birdcage, if you're familiar with it, with a bar that is shaped like the birdcage. And due to this, they will not be doing the gingerbread house this Christmas. So what are your thoughts on the redo of this lobby?
I think because of the new tower opening up at Polynesian, I guess they feel like maybe it needs to, look newer and fresher since they have that new tower that's right there and it's like brand new. So maybe that's why they're doing that, and then adding the addition to another bar. I just feel like a lot of this new stuff that's coming out is like, the new lounge that's coming to Epcot. There's a tavern coming to Magic Kingdom. There's now another bar opening up in Grand Floridian. Like, they're definitely leaning more towards like adults going on vacation to Disney and kind of leaning into that type of stuff, I feel.
I'm glad they put an extra bar in there because Enchanted Rose does tend to get packed, and they have to turn people away or there's a long wait for it. So I think that's nice that they added another option. I hope that I don't think they're going to, but they need to reopen up Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique up there, because that would help a lot of clients out by getting reservations if they miss their opening window or they book last minute. So I hope they consider that, but I hope it's not closed for an extended period of time when it's really just a bar fixture, new furnishings. They're not taking down walls, putting walls up. So I hope that it's a quick turnaround for the refurbishment of it.
And what, it was just a couple of years ago that they did the paint job in the lobby, right? They brought in all I remember seeing plywood and all that jazz, cranes and painting everything. So that's another thing they don't have to do. They're just coming in there. But this is Disney. We talked about it last podcast with, it took 3 years to build a little pavilion. So could this take a year to just replace carpet and bring in new furniture and a bar? My only problem. No, go ahead. My only problem with it is that during the Christmas season, let's say they bring back the gingerbread house next year. Let's hope they do. Where the bar's located, where the elevator bank's located, and the Christmas tree's right there in the middle. That's a lot going on in that little center section, and it's already crowded when they have the gingerbread house on the other side. That's just adding more for people to try to get around, and you're adding, the bar where people are might be pushed out a little bit when they're sitting there, when they might be standing there waiting for drinks. But it's more hustle and bustle in a place that's doesn't necessarily need it for that small amount of time.
I was just going to say, as a deluxe resort, I feel like they kind of need to keep it up because, if you're paying so much to stay there, you kind of have expectations that come along with it. So I think the fresher the paint looks, the carpet, the furnishings, all that is, I think it does nothing but make people want to book deluxe more. And I think a bar is nice, because like your Sandals and other resorts you go to like that, the first thing they do when you arrive is they hand you a drink. And while there it's complimentary, and at Grand Flow it's not, it is nice to get off a plane, get out of an Uber or a bus or whatever you take to your resort. And while your wife or your husband's checking you in and you've got the kids or whatever in the lobby, or you're waiting for your crowd to come down for dinner or something, it's nice to just walk up to a bar and say, hey, I just need give me a gin and tonic just to relax a little bit. So I think it elevates it, I feel like, a little bit.
And not to be completely Disney, I hate Disney type stuff, but I do like that they're not going and saying, hey, we're going to make this a Days Inn lobby. They've made everything so modern and everything they've done. They're keeping that aesthetic. It's still going to have the carpet. It's still going to have that old Victorian feel to it. So I love that they're going to do that. They know that's the brand that Grand Floridian is, and they're not going to try to stray from it. They're going to keep what everybody loves about that lobby and why people want to go in there. I do agree though that they need to bring back like the Bibbidi Boppity and stuff like that for those type clients, because those are your high end clients that might not want to go all the way into the park. They want their daughters dressed up first thing, and then they go in the park all pretty.
Or they could even go down to 1900 Park Fair.
Yeah.
When after they're done being made over. But I do love that they kept the theme on point with the Grand Floridian. They didn't try to make it something that it's not. So I do have to applaud them on keeping it with the aesthetics.
Okay. Well, the other big piece of news that we have is Media Days for Epic Universe was this past Saturday as we record this. So we've now had a bunch of the influencers and content creators and even news outlets were posting videos and their thoughts on the first park. And we've had the opportunity to watch. None of us has still been there. Me and Micah have submitted to go there in April. I'm hoping to be there on April 26th, but we are planning a trip. If I got to buy my tickets for if everything else falls through, so that's gonna be fun. And Micah's gonna be there a few days before me, so she'll have that on me, and I'll be at home in the corner sobbing.
I was
theme park.
Well, I was already having, just from watching the media previews and everything, just the biggest FOMO of all the stuff, like seeing the ride, the different lands and the rides and the food and all the things. And I was very excited, and I was like, man, if only I had an annual pass and I could get an annual pass, preview ticket to be able to go. And then I think Universal is trying really, really hard to have this be perfect on opening day, which is why they're opening these previews to military and annual pass holders and Universal Resort guests to be able to do this. What is that, April 17th through May 8th?
Yes.
So, they're going to have limited tickets for those days, but they want it to be perfect when they open on May 22nd, which is really exciting that they're putting that much effort into it. And they want the team members to be ready and all the rides to be doing well. And as soon as that, the possibility that I might be able to go, just, I don't know, makes me very excited. And I can't wait to report back if that actually happens. And Jason and I can compare notes to what we think about it.
Yeah, and we'll get a full episode of Mike and I pretty much talking about it and what our actual thoughts are when we first walk into this place and experience for ourselves. But we're going to take some time to talk about it now as what we've seen from the media and what our expectations have changed in areas. If something moved up in the list that we want to do, if there's food that we want to try, if there's merchandise we saw we want to buy, is first and foremost, this park from just the videos is gorgeous. Walking into Celestial Park and seeing all the greenery, all the water,
the flowers, flowers are beautiful.
It's like a breath of fresh air to see something new for a theme park. It's not focused on a castle, a tree, a globe. It's just a park, and it's nice.
I was going to say, I'm just super impressed with how immersive everything is. I knew it would be with how Diagon Alley is and Hogsmeade and stuff and how immersive that is. But the videos, when you watch them walk into Isle of Berk, it literally looks like you're stepping into that movie, like a cartoon movie. You're stepping into it. You have the dragons, you have the hill, all the things. It just looks fantastic. When you're going into Super Mario, right now, I'm sure there's a way for people with wheelchairs that probably have elevators, but going up the escalator and the little green tube when you're going up, it just, I don't know. It just looks very exciting. My 7.5-year-old Kova is so excited. He's like, oh, is that Mario? He's like, that's so cool. And he's really excited about How to Train Your Dragon because that's one of his favorite movies. So he looked at it and he goes, that looks like the real Toothless, with that Toothless meet and greet.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Cute.
I was like, can we do that? And he was like, yeah, if we get to go, let's go meet Toothless. So
I'm willing to stand in any line for any of these rides really that I've seen. And just to be clear. Universal doesn't allow videos to be taken on their rides. Does that mean there aren't ride videos? No, there have been. We've watched Monsters Unchained. There is one for Hiccups.
Wing
Hiccups
gliders.
Coaster. Yeah, wing glider.
Mm-hmm. I think
So-
they're recording a lot of this stuff on those Meta glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, like people are wearing glasses and they can do the video, so it's not like you're risking holding a phone and dropping it. Like, that's why Universal's big thing is like the safety of people, but I'm pretty sure it's through those Meta glasses. Like I've seen videos of Velocicoaster where people are literally like, it's like recorded on Meta glasses.
Well, as an owner of Meta glasses, I will not be doing that. I spent too much money on my glasses to have them, accidentally fly off of a coaster or something.
You know those straps.
I'm not going to be looking like a nerd. I already look like a nerd anyway.
I was like, any more than you already do?
Just strap a GoPro to your head,
Yeah, my big old head. So let's just kind of go around the park and talk about what we've seen. I will say that the story for Epic Universe is you are coming into the park the day that the portals align. So the main Kronos Tower is what you walk through. The first, it was the arch at Universal Studios. It's just the port of entry over at IOA. But this is the Kronos that's bringing you to where the gods can go to all these lands, and the portals are all open on this one day that you're there, just magically. No other day of the year. So you walk through there, and that's how you can get into. So Celestial Park is where the gods live, and then all the lands you have to get into through a portal. A lot of the reactions we've been seeing is what was previously mentioned by Micah is the How to Train Your Dragon. I've not watched but the first movie, and I am excited though for this land.
I mean, just how it just looks so amazing. Like when you walk in, and if you've seen the movies, which you've only seen the first one, like if you've seen all three of the movies, because apparently the Isle of Berk is supposed to be set between movies 1 and 2. So kind of between that. And Kova apparently wants to go ruin it for Hiccup and tell him his mom's alive. So he's like, I want to go tell Hiccup his mom's alive. She's not actually dead. I was like, okay, you can do that. He's probably just going to play along with it. But just to see those different things, like when you walk in, like I think the lands, especially Isle of Berk, is larger than I guess what I thought it was going to be. Like when they're walking in and walking around, it just looks huge compared to like a lot of lands you think about, think of Disney and like Toy Story Land. It's not that big. Like, there's a couple things there you walk through. It's not very big. This looks massive.
I think it is the biggest land besides Centennial or Celestial.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Celestial. By the way, thanks for ruining How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I just said I've only watched the first one, and then
sorry,
Hiccu's mom's still alive.
I think it's in 2, but
either way, I haven't seen it, so I didn't know it. But now I do, so I can be like, "Hey."
I shouldn't have to say spoiler alert for a movie that's been out for like 8 years.
I was gonna say, I think you're safe.
There are people that will say spoiler alert for Citizen Kane. So yeah, I think Island of Berk is the largest land that they have. It's world. They were correcting them, saying it. They're all worlds. They're not lands. So sorry, that's the correct thing. There is 3 rides there. There's the fire drill, which is a water based attraction where you can shoot water guns.
That's a family ride, I think. I don't think it has a height requirement.
Correct. The Hiccup Swing Glider, which is a family coaster. It's kind of on the level of Slinky Dog. And then there's, I can't remember the dragon one.
Hold on.
But it's like a spinning.
You go upside down.
Dragon Racers Rally.
Yeah, and you like are in your own individual seat, and it's almost like it's gliding around, but then like you and your seat also can turn upside down.
You can
it says each wing has a handle, so you can control them individually and adjust the intensity of your ride accordingly. It is possible to do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
That are just doing barrel rolls the entire time.
I would vomit. But
yep.
Yeah.
And then,
I would vomit.
there's also a show which is evidently a real tearjerker. Ordinary Adventures. I'll just name drop them because they've seen it in Shanghai, I think is where it is. And they said that it's just as good here, but they can actually understand what's going on because it's in English. But
Yeah.
they were
Makes
brought
sense.
their tears were in their eyes when they watched it in Shanghai. They said the same thing here. Isla Burke, I haven't seen any food. Well, no, I'll take that back. The food that I've seen is a handheld macaroni and cheese bread.
I did in the cone.
Yes.
So
That looks
I
good.
may have to try the peanut butter and jelly one.
Ew.
Ew.
No,
And this
if
is
you
coming
actually
from the guy
look
that,
at it,
like-
it doesn't sound it sounds gross, but
yes, it does.
it I don't know. I'll let you
I-
know. The bread bowl looks amazing.
I eat peanut butter on my hamburgers, so that's like I didn't even know about the peanut butter jelly. Is it macaroni? What is it?
Hold on, let me look it up so I can read it because it sounds more gross than what it is. Hold on.
I mean, if it's macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly, then that sounds.
No, I mean
entirely
it's
good.
not like peanut butter and jelly. It's a peanut bacon jam. So it's like a peanut sauce with like a bacon jam.
I got you. So it's not like peanut butter and jelly.
No, but it's still peanut butter and jelly because it's a jam.
I still want to try that chocolate fish thing they have in this land in the.
Oh, at
Mead
the mead hall.
This does look good though. Let's go over to Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic because I really didn't look too much into more food over at Island of Burke. I did.
It's Isle of Burke.
Isle, whatever. I'm excited about going in there and seeing the reveal and everything like that for Isle, but I do think Harry Potter's reveal is a little bit better from what we've seen, and everything's so full scale there. When you walk down the French streets, all the team members that are there to play the different characters. You have a little jazz band that's playing. You have Ilvermorny students. You have a Hogwarts student, and then you have and you get to walk around and talk to them. They have a French aura that's running around, making sure everybody's okay as wizards, and it's just. I think it's going to be great walking through there and fun. A lot to explore. They've shown a lot of the magic spots for the wands.
The moon calf in the window of one of them, and it's so cute.
He was adopted by an eye doctor or something like that, and because the moon calf is blind, it's like okay. The biggest thing here is we got the first reveal of the queue for the Battle of the Ministry, and if that is not the coolest queue we have ever seen,
the reveal and like how they go through the metro flue, like I know it's just like smoke, but it's still so cool.
Yeah, so my thought for the flue was that it was going to be more like Guardians, where you walk in, the smoke goes off, and a wall comes down behind you, and one opens up, and then you walk through. The fact that they did the same illusion that they've done for 9 3/4 makes plenty of sense to me. It's like, okay, you walk through, the smoke goes up, and smoke comes back.
You
up when
disappear.
you walk through. And then you get the reveal of the Ministry, which I think
looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
when you see if you've been on Rise of Resistance, that reveal when you get off the shuttle is amazing. Like whether you're
with all the stormtroopers,
crazy. I think this ups it. I think what's going on in this queue just going to be mind blowing for anybody walking in.
When I first watched the video and like people came through and they did like the pan around, like with the giant umbrage there, like it looks like it's like 10 stories high. Like it looks ridiculously big. Like not just, a couple stories high. Like the place looks huge and it's like, wow. And they did this and, they built this and did all this in the same amount of time it took Disney to build Tron.
Yeah.
Like one thing. They built an entire theme park. That's so great.
Hey, I'm not being the negative Disney person right now.
But I'm just saying, like, what they did in that amount of time, it's mind-blowing that they were able to do that.
Let's be negative toward Universal a little bit. This ride still hasn't been open for previews. Like, the media got to ride it, but the previews, like the team members and everybody like that, still have not ridden this ride.
So
because
they've
Right.
only they've only been in the queue.
yeah,
Yeah,
they opened up
they're
the
letting
queue
people
to a
walk
certain
through the queue.
part. So, but the media, they all got to ride it. It was online if you watch these videos, some of them keep in there that we have 2 opportunities to ride it. So they had scheduled out these times for this ride to be online and going so people can get on it and they can give the praise that it obviously deserves from what everybody said. But the amount of animatronics that you see in the queue itself is kind of crazy. The amount of screens they have for the moving portraits and the moving plates when it comes to Umbridge's office is they've put so much detail into this, and it's I don't know. I don't know how I'll act when I walk in. I'm not going to cry, but I'm probably going to be like, holy crap.
Like awestruck. Like you walk
Yeah.
in and you're just like, whoa. Like videos don't do this justice. You have to see it in person.
And I think that's the whole park, right? The videos aren't doing us
Yeah.
justice for what we're seeing. When we see it with our eyes, it's just going to be a completely different thing.
Do you think that the ride's going to go down a lot because it is so like automated? Like rides always went down.
I think it's going to go down for at least 2 hours a day. And yeah, and Hagrid's was the same way. You remember when that opened, it would go down constantly for different things.
Yeah.
There has been a virtual queue button supposedly added in the app for this ride, so people are thinking that's how it's going to operate for a little bit while they're trying to get it up and going at a regular capacity. But I'm excited to get on it. Me and a guy at work were talking today about how if it's not online for the previews when we go, we will make a special trip this summer just for that ride. And because of also Darkmoor, which we'll talk about in a second. But we planned on, hey, we're going to stay at Helios. We're going to just go straight down because Helios is closest to the Harry Potter world and to the Dark Universe world. So those 2 rides are like considered the best things going on in this park. So if you want to get on an early morning, that's where you want to be. You want to be in Helios, so you're exit right out, going straight to one of those 2 rides, and pretty much one of the first 100 people on the ride.
And I like that from the one video I did see of a girl that was riding it that says she's a little bit of like kind of a wimp when it comes to riding rides and she doesn't like drop rides and stuff. She was saying this one isn't like super intense. It's amazing. Like the ride's great. And it definitely like moves back and forth, up and down, but it doesn't have like the sensation of like a drop. Like even though the ride like does go down a little bit, she's like not even intense as like Rise of the Resistance. Like there's still like a drop. And with the screens, but because it's not 3D, there's people saying that they're not getting as motion sick on this as they do like Forbidden Journey or Cosmic Rewind or Ratatouille. You know, those types of rides where people do get really motion sick. They're not having that same effect on this one.
I'll also say this: Universal's been getting ragged for years now that a lot of their attractions are screen based. This one still has screens, but they've put animatronics in. So Ron, Harry, and Hermione are all in the ride itself. Naturally, if you don't know the story, the ride is you're there for the day that Umbridge is being put on trial. So and Harry and Ron are now working at the Ministry. I think Hermione's also working at the Ministry. So you walk by their lockers in the queue. But Ron and Harry are actually animatronics in the ride themselves. And then Umbridge has an animatronic. So Universal has listened to this criticism that Disney people really have been giving and saying, well, Universal's all screen-based stuff. Now you're getting a lot of these animatronics in. So, and Darkmoor has even more over at Monsters Unchained. So to say I'm excited, I haven't seen anything about the show. I haven't really listened to anybody talk about the show. I'm excited for it. Like Micah said, I'm not the biggest fan of Fantastic Beasts, so it doesn't interest me as much. But that ride and what they've done in that land is just crazy. Just to look around and there's details everywhere of little Easter eggs. Supposedly they put a Daniel Radcliffe placard on one of the statues in honor of him. It's not spelled the proper way, but that's good that they have something there as Warner Brothers starts looking into creating a new series with a new Harry Potter. Let's move over to probably my most anticipated land, And this has not changed. And I think I have even more solidified that I want to see it for the first time at night after seeing everything I've seen in the past 24 hours of the nighttime stuff, because now the park's being open a little bit later, is the Monster Dark Universe. You go to the town of Darkmoor. There are 2 rides here. There's a spinning coaster themed after the werewolf. And then you have Monsters Unchained, which is a dark ride on a kook arm, like the Forbidden Journey is. And this ride looks crazy because it's a lot of animatronics. And you're seeing, Phantom of the Opera. You're seeing Dracula, Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, even though, you wouldn't think you could see somebody invisible. So you're seeing all these great villains, great monsters. And you see Victoria, I think it's Victoria Frankenstein's her name.
It's like the great granddaughter or something like that of Dr. Frankenstein.
So and Igor's there, which the videos of Igor walking around Darkmoor is great. I don't know if you've looked any of those up, but seeing his interactions with people, he looks just like what's in the pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 animatronics in the pre-show. Dr. Frankenstein's a pre-show, and Frankenstein's monster is an animatronic also. So seeing those 2 go back and forth, and they're, I think she's projected. I think her face is one of the projection.
Yeah, from the videos
faces.
I've seen, it looks like the face mapping that they did, like with the projection on her face on an animatronic.
But it's not as bad as the dwarves or the Frozen ride, where you can clearly see it. Like, it makes you question it. You can see some light coming through. Rachel, what are your thoughts, since you've seen some of the ride through of this? And
so the Curse of the Werewolf, like, I understand it's a family coaster, but the fact that it spins like that and like you're at its mercy and it goes backwards, it reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy almost.
Oh, it's worse than Guardians.
Yeah. I don't know how it's only 40 inches to get on it.
It doesn't go upside down, because at first, for some reason, I thought it went upside down. It does not go upside down.
Yeah, if it's worse than Guardians, then I'm not going to be able to get on that.
Because Guardians is like a controlled spin. This is like not controlled.
No, it's by its weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See it,
yeah. So
I'm wearing a shirt right now for the Time Traveler roller coaster in Branson, Missouri, Silver Dollar City, and it's the same ride system. So it's a free spinning coaster. We took a trip all the way to Branson just to ride a coaster like this, because I thought that was what Guardians was going to be like, and I wanted to know what it felt like. And this is probably one of the best coasters I've been on. So
if I was in a car, say with like Micah, but then it would spin differently than if I was in a car with my husband, because he's 200 pounds and 6'3".
Yeah. So like say the 4 of us, your husband, me, and Micah all get in this, and me and your husband are sitting diagonal from each other. No, would be on a ride, because
it would just be spinning
so much between the 2 of us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try it. Like, if I'm here, like if I get to go and we're there and Kova will ride, I think Kova will, because he's getting braver, be able to ride it, then I'll ride it. I can't say I'll ride it again, depending on how I feel when I get off. I mean, it looks fun, because I know watching like the POVs for it, and there's that one point where it's like you go up a hill, but not all the way, and it rolls back, and then you have a launch into the hill.
Yeah, so it's a multi-launch. It's a multi-launch coaster. So you'll get launched up, and you'll stop for a second, come back, go up a little bit more on the backside, and then it'll launch you for the 3rd time, and then you do the whole coaster.
Nope.
I mean, it sounds fun. I rode a similar one here up in near Blowing Rock. There's a place called Tweetsie Railroad, and they have like a little tiny version of this that like spins like that. It's fun, but it's a small version of that. Like, it's not a big version.
And this is actually smaller than Time Traveler. Time Traveler was a pretty big size coaster. And like I said, I will ride it. I'll probably ride it multiple times. I would hope that we can all get on it. We do an HHN trip, and we all go on and get on this ride together, just for the sake of us.
I'll be like the mom cheering and taking pictures from the sideline.
No,
I don't think I'm getting on it.
I mean, and someone who's not like super into like the Universal monsters and like Darkmoor was not at or Dark Universe was not at like the top of my list for the things I'm excited for. Seeing the stuff for Monsters Unchained makes me want to ride it. Like, I want to go just to see the animatronics and how that ride's going to work and see the story. Because apparently, the story is a really great story that they take all the way through, and just getting to go into the castle and like the queue, like just getting to see all of that. I'm excited. I'm going to kind of skip over to food. And also, probably the food that I'm most excited for is like this pretzel steak that, like, a steak, as in it looks like a steak you would stab a vampire with. It's like a bread pretzel and it's like garlicky and buttery and it just looks amazing. So I want to eat that.
It's food related, but it's the bar.
It's from the bar.
Yeah. Have y'all watched the video I sent you of the burning blade turning its flames on?
Yes.
at night?
Oh my God, that looks so cool.
So cool.
Yeah. That
Jinx.
is 100% the reason I want to be there. And then they also say like throughout the day, like the electricity runs through the town and goes into Frankenstein Manor. So to power all this that Dr. Frankenstein's doing. So they say it all has this electrical sound when you're walking through because of all the electrical conduits around, and then seeing that, I think the best time to see this is going to be at night.
Yeah.
So as much as I want to go running into this world when I first get into the park, I am going to hold off as long as I can and wait until at least the sun sets to go in, because I think seeing the blades turn on are going to be the best thing next to the dragon doing his fire in Diagon Alley.
But you're going to have to experience it before the sun goes down just to see what it's like.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's like Pandora during the day and the night. It's like two different experiences.
They're different. So Pandora during the day is beautiful, and it's supposed to be seen both day and night like that. Like, you're supposed to see it at day for what it is, and then at night for being the bioluminescence glowingness that the world's supposed to be at night. Dark Universe, it is in the title of dark. So I want to go in there at night and see it.
Taking everything literally. Got it.
And I was like, it also means dark just because of evil and bad.
Yeah, I know.
So you're going to avoid it during the day at all costs?
I am. I am going to try my hardest not to go in that during the day.
You know what? When I get there, first place I'm going during the day. Dark Universe.
And when you text me, I will ignore it. I'm going to be like Rachel in our group text and just put it on mute and not listen to you. So that solves that. And then I'll just mute the group text too.
I didn't see anything else food wise like there. I know I saw like inside of like the Das Steakhouse. It looks really great. The theming on the inside is really cool on that. But the pretzel is the thing that I saw that I really want to eat.
We do have to talk about this since we talked about it last episode. The bathrooms in this world are black.
Oh, that's cool.
How do you know that?
Is there videos already?
Yeah, there's pictures of it, and everybody that was going in was like, "It's so cool because the toilets and the
it's like black tile too. Like
no,
black
that's
black.
neat.
So I don't know if it's black tiles or something. I don't remember paying attention too much. I know it's darker in there, but like they spent the money on the bathrooms to make them. And from my understanding, like the French bathrooms over there for Harry Potter, the same way they spent like real good money on the sinks to make them elaborate and what you'd have in France.
I love
here,
that.
They're black.
I love the fact that they are paying attention to detail, like up the street. I think it's good. I think they're finally creating a park that I can people watch and spend all day in, like I can at Magic Kingdom. So where I feel like I can't really do that at, Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios. So I'm excited that they are taking some elements, of a more Disney-ish type of experience for people that don't ride the rides like that.
To hit some rides and
somebody
leave.
did mention,
like you can actually enjoy the whole day there.
Right.
Ordinary Adventure, since our name dropped them because our podcast is so popular that we can get more people to watch them. They actually said like this is the first theme park post Harry Potter that's been built. So Universal is taking what they've learned from Diagon Alley, what they've learned from Hogsmeade, and then even Simpsons Land and all the stuff that they've done since then, and applied it to a whole park, and it really comes through. So I'm full on excited about that.
I have to say I wasn't that excited for it. But now after
there's black bathrooms,
I'm in. That was a selling point.
Yeah.
No, I just think like the attention to detail, I'm really digging. And I just think it's better than a lot of people probably expect it. And they're seeing that now. And, now you're seeing more commercials for it. Like, I feel like the advertisement wasn't really there until this month. But
it's been in the theaters for as long as I can remember. Like, I've been going to the movies for a while, and it's been ongoing. You get at least one portal.
I haven't seen as many like videos or things of like the character interactions at Dark Universe. Like, did they show that?
They have. I've seen some with the bride. I'm Facebook friends with one of the people who are friends with the bride, I guess is how they say it at Universal. I don't know. So she's posted videos that she's in, or the bride's in. And I've seen some videos of Igor, and Igor's hilarious of everything I've seen. I'm looking forward to seeing him. And they have the hunters in Burning Blade, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Right, kind of going back to like character interactions to Isla Burke. They have done a fantastic job on the casting of those characters, like the twins, Tough Nut and Rough Nut. Like on point, hilarious. Like how the girl twin literally even has like the like she has the exact laugh as her. The guy that plays Hiccup like even has like the little shoulder movement that he has in the movie. Like it's fantastic.
And I will say Dart, the little dragon that they have that bounces out and does his little Hiccup Says game. That's cool. I know how it works.
Yeah.
But Travis doesn't. So when he saw it on TV, he's like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And we all know how Toothless works himself. He's pretty much just a full animatronic. But then you have the roaming dragons too. That's stuff that Disney, Disney has Doug walking around, not Doug, but Kevin walking around, and that's a big animatronic. But he only comes out for a short period of time and just does one little path and doesn't stop for many interactions. This is full on a dragon interacting with people walking around.
Yeah. So they have Astrid there with her dragon. Like it's another level like of those types of interactions.
This is these three lands. So Isla Burke, Ministry of Magic, and Dark Universe all have these characters just roaming around and interacting with everybody. And it's Universal saying, hey, entertainment's important in these lands. Well, the parks down the street that I don't want to be too negative about has still said, hey, we're not going to bring back live entertainment into the parks to that, like the Citizens of Hollywood or Citizens of Main Street. Those are important. And I think if these people can, they can see how popular they get on social media, especially like TikTok and whatnot, that maybe Disney says, let's bring back these citizens and kind of up our game again, because people really do enjoy this. Let's go ahead and go over to the last land that they have, and that is Super Nintendo Land, which is Super Mario themed and Donkey Kong themed.
And Yoshi.
But Yoshi's Super Mario. So yeah. Walking in for the first time in Hollywood, you get overwhelmed. There's a lot of color. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of everything just happening. And it's also confined in Hollywood because it's such a small space. Ordinary Adventure was the first video I watched. So when they walk through and you see how expansive this thing is, it's still overwhelming just because of the colors, because of the movement. But, oh my God, it's just crazy.
It looks, again, like I said with Isla Burke, where it looks like you walked into the cartoon, it looks like you're walking into the video game.
Yeah.
Like the noises, like when you go through the green tube, like they have the noise there.
That pipe is a green pipe.
pipe tube, same
The
thing.
other day when I was talking to someone.
It's aisle, not island.
So he is a plumber.
I was like, the sewer
He is a
thing that
plumber.
jumped out?
It probably is, but I mean, it's a green pipe. They call it the green pipe.
It's a tube.
It's a tube, technically.
I know. But it looks like you're walking into it. And that Donkey Kong roller coaster looks so fun.
I don't know if I've said it here. I know I've said it in the Facebook group and in some of the agents asking me questions about my thoughts on Epic. Mario Kart is not a must do for me since I've done it. So when I go into this land, Donkey Kong is where I want to go. I want to ride that ride.
I feel like Yoshi's Adventure is going to be more my speed.
It's cute, and you can collect eggs along the way.
Yeah.
Terry, did you ride the Mario stuff when you
I
were
did
at
Mario Kart, yeah.
Universal out in?
It's
Do
fun,
you have
isn't
to
it?
like? Is it interactive? Like, do you
Yeah.
have your glasses on? All right, so I can already tell you, Kova's not going to want to ride it because my child hates the interactive rides. Like, he doesn't like Buzz Lightyear. He doesn't like Toy Story Mania because he doesn't want to feel like he has to compete because he thinks he'll lose. And he
Okay.
hates to
Aw.
do those things.
It's, and Terry can back me up on this. It does
Yeah.
feel competitive because you are doing Mario Kart. It doesn't feel like those rides. It's not a
You're
shooter
not-
game so much. You have your steering wheel that you're sitting there
You don't feel like
driving.
competing against people
But
beside you, even though you are. It feels more first person. And you it's like a kind of a helmet thing that kind of fits over.
Yeah.
What's the thing called that you wear? I mean,
It's
yeah.
a visor that they
A
put
VR,
on that looks
like,
like a hat, and then it's an AR glass that
Yeah.
attaches to it. But you only see what you're doing. You can't even see, like, if we're all in a vehicle together, I can't see anything y'all are doing.
Yeah.
I can't see if you're shooting shells. I can't see if you're picking up coins or anything like that. I don't even know what
Yeah,
you're
I
scoring.
suck because I couldn't figure it out.
So-
My husband was doing great, but like Jason just said, I had no idea what he was doing. I thought it was just me playing, and he's like, "You're bringing me down, like you're making me look bad." I was like, "Oh, I thought I was just out here on my own little thing."
And if I remember right, no one in the car will know what
No.
you did at the end of the ride.
Tell him that
He'll
no one
know if you
knows.
look
He's out
like-
there by himself. He'll never know the difference. It's not like at the end they post scores or anything.
They post a score for the whole like
Yeah.
the day. Like, here's the high score for the day, and here's the high score for the car, stuff like that. But for all you know, your whole car is trying to win the race. So it's either Bowser wins or Mario wins. But he doesn't have to know that you don't know he lost.
Yeah.
Like, everybody in the
Right.
car loses. But if he goes, "Mom, I won," you'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
And like, I know you lost because we lost. But
I'd be like, nah, mommy
It's
beat you.
Not like Buzz
Yeah.
Lightyear or Toy Story Mania, where like the score is right there beside your little gun when you get out of the car.
Right. Okay. Now, I have to say, food-wise, this is the place I'm least excited for food out of the 4 lands off of Celestial Park. I haven't really seen stuff where I'm like, have to have that. I did say, because I know when we did this whole thing, we talked about like what food were we most excited for, and Terry said the Bowser's meatball. And I have heard really good things about that. People really like it. It's spicy.
It's hard to beat a good meatball.
It's a really good meatball, but like, right. But for me, like, I'm way more excited for like that mac and cheese bread bowl.
Yeah.
Or, clearly,
The
I
pretzel,
really like carbs.
the garlic
pretzel.
pretzel.
Yeah, give me all the carbs. Like, just let
Yeah.
me have all of those. Also, I really like now seeing stuff. I'm not as excited for the butterbeer crepes, but I still want to try them because it's butterbeer crepe. But
let me say something about butterbeer right quick, because I have tried almost all the butterbeer stuff since it's been butterbeer month. And like, I have the butterbeer gummies, and those don't taste anything like butterbeer. The
Oh.
butterbeer goldfish don't taste anything like butterbeer. So I'm almost like now at the point of disappointment for how much butterbeer doesn't taste like butterbeer in these things.
right.
Like the kisses taste amazing. But I'll try the crepe once. I tried the puff, and the puff was like meh.
good. But now I'm disappointed. You said it was me.
Well, you're new to Universal, so we'll excuse you. I will say we talked about characters a little bit and them being so interactive and walking around. Super Nintendo is not that way because these are a lot more costume characters. So there are scheduled meet and greets that you will stand in line for, and it's not as fluid. So that's the negative, and it's still good because these characters talk. You know, you can go up to him. Mario is going to talk to you. Peach is going to talk to you. Peach's mouth moves, which is kind of weird. Toad is fun. I need to see if I can find this video of Toad dancing because it's really fun. So the biggest thing though for Mario with interactiveness, since you don't have the characters walking around, is the power up bands, and they kind of look like magic bands. They connect to your app, and you can run around, and like in the Mario games, you can hit blocks. They have all the question blocks up, and you can hit them, get coins, and then there's interactive games throughout that world as well. So you can go up to and fight a Goomba, or you can fight the big piranha plant, and it looks real fun. Everything when we've gone to Hollywood, they all look great. We just never spent the money on a power up band, and they're reversible, so you can use Epic's bands in Hollywood and Hollywood's bands in Epic. So if you buy one and you end up going to Hollywood, you don't have to worry about buying a new one just to use out there. So Celestial Park, we'll end there. Food wise, the only thing I've seen is it's the Oak and Branch, I think is the name of the restaurant. It's the barbecue restaurant, and that's where the media was fed that day. It looks good. Barbecue. Who can mess up barbecue? Everything there looks good though. I'm excited to try that. I've seen videos of the inside the Atlantic, and it looks.
It's Oak and
beautiful.
Star, by the way.
Oak and Star. Okay.
We have to figure out which place has the drink that had the on fire sugar cube. It was the Meteor something was the name of the drink.
I think that's Pizza Moon.
Well,
Pizza on the moon.
And meatballs.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the inside of Pizza Moon. It looks fun. It's a homage to one of the first movies out there. So I'm excited to eat there, but I'm really excited to see what the Atlantic's like and eat there. Rides though, you have Celestial Carousel, which is a unique carousel. Like you think about the ponies or the animals and everything like that's attached to the roof, and it just goes up and down in one circle. This thing is one big turntable, and then it's a few turntables on top of it. So think more like the teacups over at Magic Kingdom. And instead of the poles going from floor to ceiling, this is only coming out of the floor. So you're moving up and you're being turned in two different directions. Looks interesting.
It's like a very slow turn. Like it's not fast.
You're not going to get fast. No one can sit there and spin you around super, super fast and people throw up and all that jazz. It looks fun. It looks relaxing. You'll see me on it only probably once with Travis. And then I'll be done.
What if it's his favorite ride and he's like, Dad, let's do it again. And you have to ride it 10 times.
Maybe, but I doubt it. I'll go do the water splash pad that they're claiming is an attraction. My one that I'm super excited for in this is Stardust Racers. It is the dueling coasters that have a flux capacitor on the back. And something you should know about the park is that in the Celestial Park is there are hidden homages to, or Easter eggs, I guess, really, to the other parks. So like the flux capacitor used to be on the Back to the Future ride in Universal Studios Orlando. So you'll find little things like that all throughout the park, all this park area. But I'm excited to ride that coaster.
It looks intense.
It looks outside, not intense.
It goes upside. It goes like it inverts.
It only has one inversion, right?
Okay.
Like when it's twisting.
It has at least one. We'll say
right. I am surprised that it's only a 48-inch height requirement, because people are saying like the level intensity is close to Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster.
Like it's very close to it, like to the point my 7.5-year-old Kova is 49 inches. There's not a ride at Epic he can't ride. He can't ride Velocicoaster. He can't ride Rip Ride Rocket. He can't ride Hulk. So like there's rides at the other two parks that he can't ride. But at Epic, there's not a single ride there that he's too small for, which I think is
like-
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I really
think
like
that's
that.
great because he's only 7.5 and he's not a tall 7.5-year-old. So there's going to be kids that are like 5 or 6 that are younger than him. They might not be ready for rides like this, but they have it opened up to where it is more family. Like you can have rides for everyone. There's not going to be any rides there that if he, like the only way he won't ride it is if he doesn't
Yeah.
want to. Like it'll be like all of us can go on it together. We're not having to do rider swap because he's not big enough to ride Stardust Racer. Do I think he's going to get on that? No, because Slinky Dog is a lot for him and Cosmic Rewind. Like he's just getting to that point. But I love that Universal is kind of thinking about that and going, okay, our highest height requirement at Epic is going to be 48 inches.
I agree with everything
Yeah.
you just said, Micah.
Thank you.
Now let's set up so we can get done.
No, I do. I agree because I do think that it's hard. Like Universal's a hard sell when
Small
you have kids that are at two different small kids and like a tween. I do think that that's hard to just be in that park with two different kids of that, those ages.
Well, and Universal themselves, they don't have many, like any height requirement. Like they don't have any that has no height requirement. They don't have
Right.
many that
Right.
are that way.
That is very
Versus
true.
down the road at Disney, they have a lot that you
Right.
can take, like you can baby wear on
Right.
a lot of their stuff, and it's very much that way. So I feel like with Epic, at least, like there's still not a ton for little kids to do. Like in Isle of Burke, they have a huge playground that looks really fun that kids will love, but they're just, I feel like, more family focused at Epic, like with the whole like theme park thing and just having more available for the entire family to be able to do together.
And I think that's when you look at this park, that's why it's laid out the way it is. The front part is very family friendly. Those two areas are the Isle of Burke and Super Nintendo. So
And they have they're the
families-
most ride heavy too.
Yeah. And then you go back to the back and it's very much more for the older crowd and more adventurous crowd. Stardust Racers kind of separates those two. So maybe that's where we're going to go with the future of this is more adventurous in the back, more family friendly up front.
Mm-hmm.
We won't talk about merch. I didn't see much merch. There's a lot of stuff to still be talked about. We'll be talking about this for a while. Like I said, in a few weeks, me and Micah will be down there experiencing it for our first time. Rachel's going to get bored with us talking about this for the 5th time.
I'm just gonna have to cinder the pretzel, the garlic pretzel.
That looks so good.
It
Oh,
does.
shut up. But I think that's going to do it actually for this episode. This went longer than we thought. If you want us to help you plan your epic universe vacation this year, which you should, this is going to be a big time for Universal and a once in a lifetime to take your kids to a brand new theme park.
It's going to be epic.
You can get a hold of us at magicaltravel.com for a no obligation quote. We'll be glad to point you in the right direction for anything that you need to do Universal, Disney, or family vacation in general. Until next time, which we will talk to you on the next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.